Hello friends, welcome to Arduino Basic course. I am Kavedia sir, and in this video we will see how to have a communication between the PC and the Arduino board. So before starting with this video, friends, you have seen lot many videos, and if you really like the content which I have developed, please do like, subscribe and share the video or share the channel. And one more very important thing, please do comment on the videos or the content so I can be, and one more thing, hit the bell so that you will get the notification of my new videos earlier or as soon as it is uploaded. And very important thing friends, if you really have liked the content and if you find a difficulty or if you want something more to be added or some suggestions so that my videos can be improved, please do comment in the comment box so that it will really help me to improve the contents. Fine. So let's start with the concept, or let's start with how to have a communication between the PC and my Arduino. Now, very first thing, why I need communication between PC and the Arduino. So, when I connect my Arduino to PC, what are the things I can do? I can upload the sketch in my Arduino through PC serial port. Second thing, it helps me in debugging. And third thing, if my Arduino is connected with sensors and if I want those sensor status to be displayed on my PC screen, definitely I need some sort of communication, and that communication is between Arduino and PC with the help of serial port, and generally USB is used. So when I say to upload my sketch, what my IDE does, it transfers the data to USB port of the PC, and from USB port through serial cable it is transferred to the program memory of my Arduino, and then Arduino starts functioning once the complete code is uploaded. Also through this cable I can have a bidirectional communication between my PC and my Arduino. And this Arduino has a tool called a serial monitor. Now this serial monitor can talk to my Arduino. So there is a facility that my PC can send the data to Arduino with the help of this serial monitor, and even serial monitor can send the data. The Arduino IDE has a built-in tool called a serial monitor. Now what the serial monitor does, now suppose if I want to send the data from my PC to Arduino, I can send through serial monitor. And also if Arduino wants to send my data to PC which I want to view, this will send through Arduino USB cable to my serial monitor. Now how it is helpful in debugging. Now suppose if I have written a code and I don't know what exactly is happening in the code. So what I can do, I can in a program in between I can write the steps which will send the data to serial monitor, and seeing the values on the serial monitor I can debug my code that what exactly the value should be and what exactly it is coming. So this serial monitor is very helpful in debugging the hardware, debugging the code, as well uploading the code in the Arduino, and also we should and also we can have a communication between Arduino and PC with the help of this serial monitor. As like serial monitor, there is one more tool which is called a serial plotter. Now in this serial plotter, in this serial monitor, if I'm getting some values from my Arduino to the serial monitor which is analog in nature or changing in nature, I can give this value to serial plotter and I can plot the graph of that particular value. So I can come to know visually what exactly the status of the sensor. So in this particular video, at the end we will see how this serial monitor can be used to plot sine wave or cosine waves. So friends, I hope till this point you might have understood what do we mean by word serial communication. So it's a communication between PC and Arduino on a 2-wire with the help of USB cable. Now USB, you know, it stands for Universal Serial Bus. So in tools you can see there is a serial monitor and there is a serial plotter. And as I've already told you, when there is a serial communication going on, it is done through pin number 0 and pin number 1, and at that time these LEDs will glow. So when there is a serial communication, this LED of transmitter and receiver will blink. So in the figure you can see a USB cable, a Arduino. In the figure you can see a PC, a USB cable, a Arduino. Also how the USB cable looks like and the USB port looks like. Now let's see what are the different functions which can be used for having a serial communication between PC and the Arduino. So the first function is begin, second function is print, third is println, fourth is write, fifth is available, sixth is read, and seventh is read string. So these are the 7 functions which assist me in having a serial communication between my PC and my Arduino. So let's say first function, that is serial begin. Now to this serial begin I have to pass one value that is called as baud rate. Now baud rate means it is a data rate at which your data is transferred or your bits are transferred. So nowadays the standard baud rate which we are using is 9600, but it's not fixed. You can use 4800, 2400 or 115200 and above baud rates. Now these baud rates we get from the device which we are using. So from the device which you are using, we should know first the baud rate. So if that baud rate is not properly set, then there won't be a proper communication between the device and the PC. Now the second function is serial print. Now to this serial print I have to pass 2 values. One is the data and the second format of the data, but the second parameter is optional. Now I can pass the data, I can pass the variable. Now when I say serial.print, what exactly it does? It sends the ASCII character to the serial port so that human can read easily. So serial.print will write the data from Arduino to PC. So the moment I write data from the Arduino to PC, it goes on the serial monitor and we can see that particular data on the serial monitor. Now the second is serial.println. So that println means the next data will be written on new line. We can say once the data is printed, it will give the carriage return. Means the next data will be starting from the new line or the fresh line. Now the next function is serial.write. Now it is same as print function. It will write the data to PC. Writing the data to the PC, it will be displayed on the serial monitor. Means the Arduino data will go to serial monitor. Now serial.available. Serial.available means it says whether the serial communication has started and serial data is available. So the function returns the number of bytes available to read. Means when my PC try to write the data to Arduino, first Arduino will check whether this data is available or not. If the data is available, then only it will start reading that particular data. Now to read that data, I have next function called as serial.read. Now that serial.read, what it will do? It will read the data byte by byte. So when my PC sends the data from the serial monitor to Arduino, serial.read function can be used. So serial.read will character by character, and if I want to pass a string, I can use serial.read string function. Let's see how to transfer the data serially to computer. So in setup function, what I have to do? I have to initiate the serial communication. So I can use the function called as serial.begin. Now this serial.begin, I have a value 9600. So this is the baud rate. So it will initialize the serial communication. Now what is written in the loop? In loop it is written as serial.println Arduino online course, and there is delay of 1 second. So what it does basically, after every 1 second it will write the data to PC, that is Arduino online course. So after every 1 second this data will be displayed in serial monitor. This you can see in the screen. The data is shown in the serial monitor. Now, how the communication will be between PC to Arduino? So again here what I have to do is, I have to initiate the serial communication, and the baud rate is again 9600, and this data which is received, I can take in the variable called as received data. So what my function loop is doing, it will first check whether the data is available or not. If the data is available, it is checking with the help of serial.available, and if the value is greater than 0 means data is available. Now what it will do, using serial.read function, it will read the byte by byte data or character by character data, and it will store in the variable called as received data. So now data is available with Arduino. Now again same data I am passing to my monitor, serial monitor. So the moment Arduino receives the data, it will send the data back to serial monitor, that is with the help of serial.print line or print ln. So what will happen? PC is sending the data to Arduino, but I cannot see what data is being sent to Arduino. So again Arduino is transmitting data back to PC with the help of print function. So if I see the same data which I have sent through my send bar, and by clicking the send button, same data Arduino will transmit back to serial monitor, and I can see the same data on the serial monitor. Means when the data is going to Arduino and coming back to serial monitor, means there is a proper communication between Arduino and PC. Now this is the next code in which a string is transmitted from PC, and that string is read by the Arduino, and same data is being transferred back to Arduino. So here instead of character I have used string data type. In the previous program it was character, now it is string, that is received buffer is just type string. Again in setup I am initiating the communication with 9600 baud rate with a function called as serial.begin. The loop function, again first I will check whether the data is available. So to check the data availability I am using serial.available function, and if it returns value greater than 0 means data is available with Arduino. Now this time I am using serial.read string. In the previous case it was only read, now this time it is read string because I have to read the string and it will store in the received buffer. And once it is received, the same data is again transmitted back to Arduino with the help of println function. So what is happening? I am sending the function from PC to Arduino. Arduino is receiving that string and sending back that string with the help of print function to serial monitor again. So if same data is printed means again my Arduino is getting the data from the PC and PC is getting the data from Arduino. So now let's see how I can control my LEDs on Arduino from the computer or from the data from the computer. Now in this program, here I have defined a character data, that is data received character variable. Then I'm starting a serial communication at the baud rate of 9600. But this time I'm also defining a pin mode function. Now this pin mode function is setting my pin number 13 to output. Now this 13 means the pin number which is built in. Now you can write any of the pin numbers which you like from 0 to 13 pins. That is all 14 pins I can use for the serial communication, or I can connect even buzzer, or I can even connect motor or relay, anything which is to be controlled from the serial communication or with the serial communication from PC. So in this case I have taken pin number 13, and now in the what is happening, let's say in the loop function. In the loop function, very first thing I am checking whether the data is available from my PC or not. If the data is available, I am reading this data. Now if you see the previous programs, in that I have read the data with the serial read, and I will transfer the data but not convert it. But this serial.read function is returning the data in the serial object, so I have to convert that into a character. So I'm doing typecasting with the help of character. So that is what is called as typecasting. So whatever the serial data I'm getting from PC, I'm converting into character and storing in the data received variable. Then I'll check whether the data received is 1. If the data received is 1, I'll output high on pin number 13 and give some delay, or I can even transfer this data back to the serial port. Fine, let's see what is happening in the loop function. Now in loop function, very first thing I'm checking is serial.available, means my data is available or not. Now the next is if data is available, I'll read that data with serial.read. Now the serial.read returns me data in the serial object, so I'm converting into character and storing it a data received variable. Now if the data received is 1, what I'll do, how to turn on the LED, I'll write digital.write. In digital.write pin number 13, and I'll set it to high, means that LED will turn on, and same data I'm passing on to serial port. So if I'm getting 1 from the PC, it will turn on the LED and pass 1 to serial monitor. So serial monitor will display 1. You can write your function like LED on or LED off even. Then again, if I'm getting a value 0 from the serial monitor or from the PC, I'm passing 0, the Arduino will receive 0, and after receiving the 0, what Arduino is doing, it is turning off the LED. Means it is with the help of digital write, it will make that pin number 13 as low and pass that value again back to serial monitor. So my serial monitor will display 0. So the moment I have pressed 1 from the serial monitor and it goes 1 to the Arduino, Arduino will turn on the LED and pass 1 to serial monitor. And if I'm passing 0, it will take up 0, it will turn off the LED and it will pass 0 to the serial monitor. So I can see the status, what buttons I am pressing or what values I am passing. Even instead of 1s and 0s, you can write A and B also. You can write on and off. But one thing, while writing on and off, instead of serial.print, instead of serial.read, you will use serial.read string because I have to read the string. But it's very easy to use characters at the initial stage. Now, the thing is, if any other data is coming other than 0 and 1, I'll get invalid data as a message. Now, if you want to modify the code, you can write A and B to turn on 1 and turn off the LED. Now, let's say I'm connecting LED to pin number 2, pin number 3, pin number 4. So what I can do, I can pass A and B to turn off the LEDs of pin number 2, pass C and D to turn off the LEDs and turn on the LEDs of pin number 3, pass F and G to turn off the LED and turn on the LED of pin 5 or pin number 4. So you can use multiple pins, and for every pin you can define 2 characters to turn 2 characters. One will help in turning on and other will help in turning off. In this way, I can have a serial communication and I can control the devices. Here I have taken the example of LED. Even you can have a buzzer, that buzzer will turn on and off the date. You can connect relay board, relay can turn on and off. You can connect motor, motor can get turned and on and off. In this way, I can control the pins from serial monitor or control the data from serial monitor or from PC. So PC will send the data to serial monitor. From serial monitor, data will come to Arduino. From Arduino, the device will get the data. And also the status can be reflected back, that is from Arduino to serial monitor. Now let's see how the serial plotter is functioning. Now again I've initiated the communication with the speed of 9600 baud. Now see what is happening in the loop. In a loop, I've taken a float variable whose value is changing from 0 to 360 and it is incrementing by 2, means 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 till it reaches 360. And then I've used a sine function. Now what is happening in the sine function, that I'm multiplying that sine value with pi by 180. Now why I'm multiplying by pi by 180? Because this degree is to be converted into radians. This sine function needs the radian value. So multiplying by pi by 180 will convert that angle into radians, and then I'm passing it to serial.print. Now once it is passed to serial.print, you will get a sine waveform on the serial plotter. Just you have to start from tools, serial plotter, so you can see such sine wave. Now it's just a modification of the previous program. Now now along with your sine function, I also use the cosine function. So what is the difference between sine and cosine? That is angle of 180 degrees. There is a distance of 180 degrees between sine and cosine. So this function will plot the sine wave as a cosine wave, and you can see both the waveforms on the serial monitor. Same way, by using different functions or different values, you can plot the different waveforms. Now suppose instead of this function, if I'm passing the value of the sensor which I'm getting from the sensor, and this value can be plotted, so I can plot the status of the sensor on the screen. So let's say I want a temperature variation, or I want the light intensity variation, or I want the pressure variation, or I want the humidity variation. What I can do, I can pass on this value to serial plotter, and the serial plotter will plot the different waveforms. I hope guys you might have understood this much. So guys, if you have any difficulties, please leave a comment in the comment box. I'll be happy to answer that comments. And if you really like the video, if you really like the contents, please do share with your friends and to whom you can share, because this is a knowledge and it will increase the much you share. I hope you understand this. So go on sharing and enjoy. Stay at home and stay safe.